Okay, so let's get into your reading. So in the past, you deserve love, you are lovable, and you have the Seven of Gabriel. Stand up for what you believe in, have confidence, claim your personal power. And here we have the Nine of Swords. So I feel like maybe you've been questioning yourself lately. Maybe there's just been a lack of confidence. And this could also mean that there's something that's kind of happened that's made you really kind of think about something. Because here we've got you thinking about a particular person a lot, or it might be, again, that you're just feeling a little bit anxious, you're kind of struggling with confidence, or it's like, what I kind of feel as well with this is like, you might have someone around you who's not actually giving up on you. It could be vice versa. But the overall feeling I get from this is that it's like, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of anxiety, and it's all about you having confidence, okay? I do feel as though Sagittarius, you need more confidence. You know, Sagittarius is such a beautiful sign, so there's no need for you to not have confidence, okay? You guys are known as the centaur, you know, you have that bow and arrow, so it's like if you want something, you have the power to go directly after it. So just have confidence in yourself, believe in yourself, okay? Because I definitely feel as though there's been a bit of a dent or a bit of a knock when it comes to your confidence. And again, I feel like there's someone that is heavily on your mind with the Nine of Swords. It's like you're constantly thinking about something, or you're constantly worrying about something. So it's that kind of thing. So in the present, we do have let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others. And here we have peace. Release the past. There's a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. That's what the card says. Okay, so the peace card is actually death. It's the traditional death card. So there may have been an ending, okay, and it's just kind of saying, you know, it's not actually that bad, even though there may have been an ending. It's like, it's not that bad. You've got the Queen of Cups. So some of you may have had a recent ending with a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. It doesn't have to be, okay, but it's saying that, you know, in terms of love, you do have the power to transform a situation, you know, because this peace card, which is representative of the death card in the traditional tarot deck, is also about transformation. So I don't know if you've got some friends around you that can help you transform your situation. So now if you're looking for love, with the friends card, you know, this can indicate that maybe you might have a friend who knows someone they can hook you up with, or if you go out with friends, you might be able to attract somebody, or it could just mean, you know, that there has been an ending. And the Queen of Cups, she's very emotionally supportive. So it could mean that this person is able to emotionally support you through this transition, you know, because I feel like whenever there's an ending, with me being a Scorpio rising, as you can tell by the name of my channel, it's Scorpio rising, I kind of have to deal with this transformation all the time. And whenever there's an ending, it brings transformations, okay? Because with death kind of comes a brand new beginning. So, but the difficult part can be accepting, you know, that there's a transformation that needs to happen. So I feel like right now, you guys maybe not be in... you guys might not be in the best place emotionally, okay? But you've got the Queen of Cups, and you are able to restore emotional harmony, and you do have friends that can emotionally support you with whatever it is that's going on. So again, for some of you, this is a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, particularly a Scorpio. If you've got a Scorpio friend or a water sign friend, they may be able to help you. So now, in your future, you do have reconciliation. So it may not be a permanent ending, you know, because you do have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So you may feel like it's over. So for those of you who are dating different people, looking at your options, it could be that, you know, you finish with one person and then someone else comes back. So whatever ending has happened, or whatever transformation is going on, it's like it's meant to happen because there is a reconciliation. So what follows this ending is the Ten of Raphael. Love and blessings through your life. Harmonious relationships with family members, happily ever after, and justice. So I feel like you will reconcile with somebody. Justice can represent Libra. It doesn't have to be that sign, but it can be. But it can also mean that when you reconcile, things are going to be more fair, more balanced, okay? And in order to get that balance, in order to achieve the Ten of Cups, you have to put your heart into it and you have to do what you know is right. But there is a reconciliation that is coming to you, okay? And the Ten of Raphael is the Ten of Cups. Cups represent emotions, and 10 is completion. So this is like there's a reconciliation that's coming, and it's going to make you feel emotionally fulfilled. So this is excellent. So it's like, even though you guys may not be in the best place right now, this may not be every Sagittarius who's watching this, but for some, there's definitely some Sagittarians who are not feeling too great or haven't felt too great, and it's all about to change, you know. So your obstacles are, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So some of you may just not trust this person. It may be that you're not ready to give your heart at this time, or it could be vice versa. Maybe this person is not going to give their heart easily, but I would definitely say be patient, okay? Especially if you're dealing with a earth sign. The page of Ariel is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So if you're dealing with an earth sign, again, it doesn't have to be, but if you're dealing with someone who's got very earth-like qualities, so they're very grounded, they're very stable, they're very money orientated, not in a bad way, but earth signs, people who have earthly qualities, they like stability, they like security. It might be that this person maybe has hurt you in the past, and therefore you're reluctant to give your heart to this person. Now, as a barrier as well, with the Eight of Pentacles, this is all to do with work. So I don't know if you're working a lot, or if this person is working a lot, or if there needs to be some kind of effort to work on the relationship. But it looks as though the obstacles aren't actually too great, because you still end up with your Ten of Cups. So I feel like obstacles are not going to get in the way of what's going on. So the factors for you right now, you are trying to remain positive, okay? Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So you're trying to be positive, you're trying to stay optimistic about your love life, and there is a new start. So some of you may be receiving some money, maybe you've started a new job, it's your lucky day, new resources of money, time or support, a change in a job or a promotion. So there's some kind of change here that's going on, and this can also represent a new start as well in your love life. But what I like about the suit of Ariel, which represents Pentacles, Pentacles are a very stable and secure energy. So it's like there's a stable, secure start that enables you to have the security that you need. And you've got the Three of Wands. So this is definitely your ship's coming in. Things are looking really good. And it's like if you're planning something, it's going to turn out as you hoped. So there's definitely reasons to be positive right now, Sagittarius, okay? It's looking really good for you. I know right now it might not be that great, but you have so much goodness that's coming to you in April. So let's look at the factors for your love interest. So playfulness, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. I feel like this person wants to recapture romance with you. There's something fun, there's something playful about you that they miss. And we've got the Six of Michaels. So right now it's like they are really feeling this separation. If you're separated from somebody, they are really feeling it. They're feeling pushed out. They're feeling left in the cold. And here the Six of Michael, which is the Six of Swords, it's like they've had to go away. But I feel like it's not because they wanted to. It's because of whatever situation. I'm going to clarify this, but it says, it's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans, relocation or travel. So someone has definitely gone away from a situation. And let me clarify this. Why is the Six of Swords here? Why is the Six of Swords here? Okay. So I feel like this person went away because one of two reasons. With the King of Cups, this is someone who is emotionally available. So I'm looking at it as this person went away maybe because either they at the time was not emotionally available or you wasn't emotionally available. Here we've got two different energies. So it's like one person was like, let's go, let's do this. And the other person possibly wasn't willing. Or with the Knight of Pentacles, with the Knight of Swords as well, it could be that either this is an air sign or a water sign, so Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. It might be that there was just a lack of movement, and this is why someone was just like, okay, I'm out, I'm gone. And a lack of emotional availability as well. So whether it's you pushing this person out because there wasn't movement and there wasn't emotionally available, or whether they've pushed you out because you wasn't willing to move or to move forward, or because you wasn't emotionally available. That's kind of why this situation has happened. And that's very much led to the Five of Pentacles energy, which is all about being left out in the cold or being left in the doghouse, as I kind of call this card. So yeah, so they're really, really feeling it, okay? And I feel like they're kind of miserable, you know? I feel like they miss that fun, playful energy that you as Sagittarians have. And it's such a beautiful energy. You know, when Sagittarius is in their element, they're fun, they're vivacious, they're very, very bubbly. They're such a fun, inspirational person to be around. You know, Sagittarians can be the life and the soul of the party. You're very, very fun. You're very, very playful. And I feel like they've not found anyone to match that. And it's like they've been miserable. That's kind of what it feels like. So that's what's going on in their life. So what you want from the situation. So you are working on yourself. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. It could be that you want respect from this person. And if you've pushed someone away, it's because you are demanding respect and they just wasn't understanding the concept of respect at the time. So I feel like maybe you push this person out in order to make them respect you. And sometimes that's not a bad thing. You know, sometimes you do have to, you know, stand your ground. And, you know, and you do have the Seven of Gable in the past, which says stand up for what you believe in, claim your personal power. So maybe in order to get your personal power, to show someone you're not going to walk all over me, you had to push this person away. And it may be a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or someone who's quite fiery. It doesn't have to be. Okay, but here we've got the Ace of Michael. So this is all about truth. It's all about clarity. A wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. So I feel like in order for this person to show you that they respect you, they have to be honest with you. And I feel you're not going to accept anything but honesty. So if you do have someone that reconciles with you, they do have to be able to communicate with you properly. Now, it might be you, Sagittarius, as well. Maybe this person wants to communicate with you. But I feel like with the King of Wands, this is what you want. So you might actually want to be open and honest with this person. But I more feel as though in terms of part of your personal power, part of you respecting yourself is about getting the truth from this person. So what they want to give you a chance. They want you to give them a chance. They want to work on the partnership. Okay. And as a obstacle, I feel like things lately may not have been working out, but they are willing to work on it. They want you to give them a chance. And here we have the Knight of Michael. So they want things to speed up. They want things to move quicker. This might be a air sign for some of you, but this says time to move quickly, choose logic over emotion, sudden changes. So they want to work on the situation to create some kind of change that is going to create abundance, because the Empress, she's beautiful. So they might see you as the Empress. Now, even though the Empress does not represent Sagittarius, I'm kind of seeing as it representing you in this situation, because the Empress is a very desired woman. She's very, very attractive. I always call her the beauty of the tarot deck. You know, she's a very fertile, beautiful woman. So I feel like this, you know, and if you look, this man, if you're a woman and you're watching this could represent you, and this man is chasing after you. He's running directly towards you. So I feel like he definitely wants to give it a chance, okay? But if there has been any kind of delay, this person who you're dealing with, whether it be a man or a woman, they want some kind of change. They want any kind of delays over, and they want to move forward. They want a chance. Okay, so your crowning energy. You have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So we have the word soulmate. So this means that there could be a soulmate around you. And here we have the Knight of Raphael. So, and we have the Page of Cups. So some of you definitely dealing with water sign energy. So Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. But the Knight of Raphael comes in with an offer of love. And the Page of Cups is kind of receiving that love. So you might be dealing with someone who's a little bit different to what you would usually go for. Maybe you're a little bit different to what they normally go for, but it's good. You know, it's good. So the Knight of Raphael says committed romantic relationships, being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. So this is beautiful, and this is the crowning energy for you for April. So there's a chance that you could be swept off your feet, and it's kind of emotional. The Page of Cups is all about emotion, you know, and you're being asked to keep an open mind. So I feel like if someone does make some kind of nice gestures or tries to be a little bit romantic with you in April, try to receive it in a positive way, okay? So in your outcome, we have you taking back control of your life. It's time to take back control of your life. You're freeing yourself from something and you're walking away. There is something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you, a spiritual quest. And here we have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm going to do some clarifications. Clarification on free yourself. Yeah, so you're leaving behind old things. It could be maybe you just get in control of your love life and there's a new start. There is a new start. So it's like you walk away from something, whether it be bad habits, whether it be toxic people. And this came up for Aquarius's reading as well, but they have to leave something behind in order to get something new. And I feel like this energy has been kind of playing out for the past 2 months. It's all about leaving the past in the past and looking forward to the future. So it could be that you need to take action. The Ace of Wands is all about action. It's all about motivation. So you guys definitely may need to take some kind of action to change the situation as well. So let's have a look at the Eight of Raphael. Clarification on the Eight of Raphael. Clarification on the Eight of Raphael. Clarification on the Eight of Raphael. The Queen of Swords. So you're cutting out the bullshit, basically. Anyone who doesn't serve a purpose in your life, or anyone who's trying to come in and out and mess you around, they're gone. You know, the Eight of Raphael is all about leaving something behind in the past. You're walking away. And after the Eight of Raphael, which is the Eight of Cups, comes the Nine of Cups. You know, but you have to leave something behind in order to achieve your dream. You know, there is something better. So I feel like you do walk away from something that's not serving you. You're thinking about things from a very, very logical point of view, and there's some kind of time or effort that you're putting into something. Clarification on the Six of Pentacles. So you leave somebody toxic behind in the past and then you focus on your soulmate. The Two of Cups. So this is you spending time with a soulmate. Equal give and take. Acts of time, money, gifts, kindness. There's someone around you who might do something really nice for you. And that ties in with your crowning energy. So pay attention to anyone who does something nice for you in the month of April. You know, this could potentially lead to this Two of Cups. So Just a summary of the reading. I feel like you, again, are not in a good place at the moment, but it's definitely getting better. In the past, I feel like you've been overthinking things. You've had to kind of stand your ground with somebody and let them know not to mess with you or be disrespectful towards you. I feel like you want a truth from this person, and there is someone you need to walk away from, but there's also a soulmate around you who's going to do nice kind things, nice little gestures.